Apple will pay $95 million to settle a lawsuit accusing the company of using Siri to eavesdrop on iPhone users. Proposed settlement now would result a 5-year lawsuit revolving around allegations that Apple activated the virtual assistant to record conversations. The alleged recordings happened even when people didn't seek to use the feature by saying the words, "Hey Siri." Some of the recorded conversations were then shared with advertisers in an attempt to sell their products to consumers more likely to be interested in their goods and services. Chief Legal Analyst Rhodes is here to be able to talk about all this. I mean, I must have had so many text messages today saying, oh, Apple has a settlement. Everybody wants to hear about the story. How was this uncovered?
This was uncovered because a whistleblower threw a red flag on the play and said, look, Apple knows and has already knew that this is something that's been happening and they aren't doing anything about it. Like we said in the lead-in, started 2019. They brought this to the attention of investigators, brought this to the attention of Congress. They looked into it. At the time, Apple said it's only a small amount. The whistleblower said, no, it's not a small amount. It happens even on the smallest thing like a zipper. If a zipper goes off, Siri will then indicate that it's listening and it will record those conversations. That is extremely problematic because Apple was denying, A, that it was happening, and it was something that was small is what they were saying in their mind. But I got to say this, and I always own it. My mother-in-law was right. She said it for years. I think these devices are listening. And I would always say, no, they're not. Today, I found out that, yes, Apple was listening and the devices were listening. So I own it.
I mean, Khalif, when you think about it, all of a sudden I might say, hey, that red dress that was made by this person, then all of a sudden that night you get a message or an email and you're like, how did that happen?
You are dead on point.
It makes you think about it.
In the complaint, they say that. The two individuals say that we were having a conversation about a dress and sneakers, and then all of a sudden I get an email saying, hey, how about this dress? How about those sneakers? The exact same ones that they were talking about. That's what made them think further that something was wrong. But by all means, this is problematic for Apple. The settlement is small in terms of what they make on an annual basis, but it is something that the users, me included, have an iPhone. Anyone that has an iPhone through that time frame can get access to the settlement.
Okay, we got to talk about the money because that's what everybody wants to know. How do I file a claim? Does this involve me? And you know, when you talk about Apple products, I mean, like just have an iPad here, you have an iPhone, you have so many Apple products. How does this work? How can people file a settlement or get part of this money? Explain all that.
So what I looked at online is that everyone would get access to the thing that used to the settlement that used the device from 2014 to 2024. So that's a long time frame. You file it through, and once you file it, you'll get $20. So that's not a big amount. But the admission that this is happening, the admission that this is something that shouldn't be happening is problematic. But all this is hinging on the judge agreeing to the settlement. This isn't a guaranteed done deal. One party's coming together, the other party's coming together. Oftentimes, that's great. I do that all the time. The judge is the person that has the last say. If the judge rejects the settlement, which we've seen in the past, look at the Sackler agreement with the opioid crisis, judge rejected.
Right.
UFC settlement, judge rejected it. So that can happen a lot. MasterCard, Visa, major settlement, $30 billion, judge rejected it. If the judge feels like it's too light, that the settlement isn't something that was supposed to happen, they'll kick it back to the parties to come with a good agreement.
All right, we got to talk about that red dress and those sneakers, because back to that, if you made me think that I want to buy these, now could the advertisers have any legal action that makes you think, because you're having me think about these things, buy these things, and now my husband's complaining why we're in debt.
What I can say is for sure that if I'm the attorneys representing the original settlement in discovery, they would have gotten the third parties that received this information. So now they know if those third parties received some unjust enrichment, that they wouldn't have known that you had an interest. And now because you've got an interest and now you ultimately hit that purchase button, yes, I think they could be liable, or at the very minimum have to return some of those funds back because it's unjust enrichment. You would have never got access to me as a customer had you not received my information illegally. So I am for sure, if I'm representing them, they're my next target.
Right. Now, Khalif did say $20, right? But it's $20 per device. So that $20 can add up because an iPhone and an iPad can get you kind of like $100.
Any of the eyes, they work.
Right. There you go. Thanks, Khalif Rhodes. Appreciate it.